All right, our commitment to environmental reporting tonight is going to take us on a trip behind one of the headlines that we had this week. Custom and Border Protection agents at Dulles Airport intercepted 2 invasive insect species hidden in a shipment of flowers. One not seen here in the U.S. in 40 years, the other completely new to the region.
And it may seem like, oh, that's just a little thing, but really it's not, because these little pests can cause billions of dollars in agriculture and environmental damage. So how do agents spot threats like this? Our Scott Broom has the answer from Dulles Airport.
They are tiny bugs, but their discovery here at Dulles is a big deal. One of the species has never been seen here at Dulles before. The other hasn't turned up in the U.S. in 40 years. Both bugs, one a destroyer of leafy vegetation, the other that attacks seeds, grain, and nuts, have the potential to do billions of dollars in damage to native plants and crops. So we went behind the scenes here at Dulles to see how they find something so small and dangerous in so much stuff, and discovered it can start with the sharp noses on a pair of rescue beagles named Red and Rex. When the dogs key on a bag or cargo item, they are scanned and then searched. In this case, a passenger was unaware sausage from her home country was forbidden, one of dozens of items that were seized just today.
People buy these as souvenirs. It's a reed hat. Unfortunately, there's something called a red palm mite, little tiny insect. Likes to live even on the dried plant like this, so these are prohibited into the U.S.
That's Chief Christopher Brewer, who is on guard for invasive species here with his team at the agriculture section of Customs in the D.C. area. And we talked about what his team found.
Earlier this week, you all announced a seizure of some flowers with insects in them. It's only bugs, I think a lot of people might think, but that's not the case. Why was that such an important seizure?
So those bugs had the potential to devastate the U.S. agricultural industry. U.S. agriculture is one of the few things where we still export more than we import into the United States. So it's a very valuable industry in the billions of dollars. So we want to prevent those insects from coming into the U.S. because they could potentially wipe out a crop. These were cut flowers coming from South Africa. Cut flowers frequently have insects. And how we check for those insects in the cargo setting is you take the bundle and you invert it and give it a nice tap. And watch to see what falls out. It's big news to USDA because they'll work with that host country to determine, is there a larger problem? Do we need to work on a better treatment schedule for the flowers?
Chief Brewer went on to talk about some of those items that were seized just today.
This is about $1,000 right here I'm holding.
Oh my goodness.
So.
And they're actual real bird nests.
Correct. They're dried. What you do is you dissolve them in hot water. They make tea, soup, things like that with it.
And these can have insects and other invasives?
So in this particular case, we're worried about things like bird flu.
Keeping out invasive species is not just an agriculture issue, it's an environmental issue too. The latest example is spotted lanternflies chewing through our native plants in the region right now. They got through the Port of Philadelphia. At Dulles International Airport, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.